ever since I was 4 years old and we were in Sweden, in Bobbie, Sweden, I wanted to be an entertainer. And I never veered from that.
Why?
When I was 4 years old, my mom taught me how to sing and dance. She would teach me Swedish songs, little folk songs, and then she would move around and I would mimic her. And the relatives would come around and the friends, and I would see, even at 4 years old, the reaction, that they would get pleasure from that. They were smiling, and then Mom and I used to do a song, very sad song called Violets for Mother, about a blind mother and her little daughter. They would cry, and I would see the reaction, how I had touched them, and it made me feel happy.
At what point in your life did you suddenly realize, hey, I'm going to do more than entertain. I'm going to be a star. I'm really making it.
Inside, I feel exactly the way that I felt when I was 4 years old. I have this love inside of me for entertaining. And, well, now, you know, it's doing the characters, creating characters. I still have this love inside. And, God forbid, if it ever leaves, then I will quit the business. Because I'm a completely emotional woman. It's gotten me into a lot of trouble. And I can only do something when I love it. So I'm going to continue as long as I love it.
There seems to be a common denominator, a common fixture in all of your roles. The characters are always very sexy ladies. They have a wonderful sense of humor, or a lustfulness and a happiness. They're up people. They're fun people. Is that an extension of you? Are you kind of like those people you play?
I'm a very up person. I am an extremely emotional person. Some of the characters, I've done 30 films, so some of the characters that I've done are unlike me. Charming Jones is outrageous. She is out of control. She is a flirt. She teases everyone. She really enjoys and appreciates a good-looking, interesting man.
What happens to Charming Jones in...
She gets into a lot of trouble.
Tell me again.
She gets into a lot of trouble. She, have you ever seen the Roadrunner cartoon? Well, I sort of play the Roadrunner. And Kirk Douglas plays the villain. He plays the coyote, who is always after the Roadrunner. He's after the money that I have. And the whole picture is how he gets foiled. And it's hilarious, the things that happen to Kirk.
The sex symbol business, the fact that they have to describe the character with the busty, lusty lady or something like that. Does that in any way offend you? I mean, in 1979, when there were so many women walking around saying, hey, we're not pieces of meat, we're not sex objects, are you bothered by that in this role?
It's how a woman considers herself. If she considers herself that, then I guess she is that. But I am always very flattered when a man comes up to me and says, I really like you. You know, I really think that you're sensual and that you're a sexy woman. I'm very flattered by that. I think that any man in his right mind, if a woman comes up to him and says, you know, you're incredible, wouldn't you be flattered if...
Oh, no, I would say, but do you think I'm bright? I mean, you are flattered by that.
There are many, many different sides of us. There are many... there is the animal part of us. There is the personalities that we show at cocktail parties. There's the personalities we show in bed with our lover. I just think I'm very flattered when a man says...
The movie The Villain. I mean, it's a wacko movie. It's a spoof movie. It's a very funny movie. There is nobody who can say, well, here's a movie with a very serious point of view and deep philosophical thing. How do you feel about movies that are being made? Do you personally like the just fun movie, or do you prefer the deep one?
I like to go from one to another. If I had to do one really dramatic film after another, I would end up in the loony bin. I mean, rah! Absolutely crazed, because I get completely emotionally involved in every character that I do. And it lingers with me. When I go home, I become that person. So it was so much fun to read the script of The Villain, and everything is light and airy, and it's hysterical. I haven't been in a family picture for so long, I can't remember what the last one was.
Now, do you worry about that? Do you worry about the fact that if tomorrow you were going to be in a family movie, that you would have been in so many lusty-busty roles that there'd be a hesitance on the part of the public to say, oh, there's sweet, nice Ann-Margret, the girl next door?
I'm an actress. I play different characters. If it's a good character, I'll play her.